bringing the fullback back to football?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us about that experience and how that came about.
In practice, we installed this little package where, I go in at fullback and stuff like that. So, I guess, hey, we called to play in the game, and I was ready when the time came. But I'm just willing to do anything to help the team win.
They better give you the ball one time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Anything you had experience with, maybe in high school, playing fullback or running back?
Not in high school, but in youth ball, I used to play both sides a lot. So I'm familiar with the offensive side though. So.
What did you think about kind of laying that block and helping him in?
It felt great. I haven't really got to experience offense and what it's like to score and stuff like that. So being able to hear the crowd go crazy and being able to celebrate with my guys, it was just amazing.
How hard is doing that? I mean, everyone just thinks, oh, he's just a big guy who's fast and strong. It'd be easy.
Mm-hmm.
But is it hard to know the assignment, make that block?
I wouldn't say necessarily it's hard. What makes it easy is the preparation. We rep that play a million times in practice. For these upcoming weeks, for these past weeks, but we rep the play a lot in practice. So when it came time to the game, it lined up just how it did in practice. And with the mentality that I have, it made it very easy.
Aaron, this defense has been obviously played at a very high level for a number of months, but last two games, obviously, you've given up some big plays on the run and so forth. I mean, how do you guys kind of regroup facing another tough offensive team?
Going against another tough team, we preach staying together. We understand that we're playing good teams, and they're also going to make plays, but it's all about how you respond, how we respond throughout the games, and how we manage to stop the bleeding. I would say when big plays happen, stop the bleeding. And, change momentum, get momentum back on our side by, maybe catching a pick or getting a strip fumble. But, going into these next two games, we're just focused on staying together as a team. On defense especially, we're trying to better our communication, so make sure we're all on the same page and those, little mistakes don't happen no more.
You coming from Maryland?
Yep.
Did the Florida-Tennessee rivalry resonate with you at all before you got here, and what's it mean to you at this point? I mean, you've only played in it once.
But yeah, I only played in it once. Last year, going there, losing at OT, it was tough. But I understand. We won 10 straight at home, so that's the standard that we're going into this week, and I'm looking forward to staying to that standard and making it 11 straight.
Does Billy do you feel like Billy's fired up for a rivalry game? I mean. Urban Meyer,
yep.
Of course, he made a big deal out of rivalry games, like a huge deal. And Billy, of course, coached under him for many years.
Mm-hmm. I would say, yes, he's made a big deal. I feel like every week's a big deal. But especially going into this week, going into our home crowd is a very big deal. Facing the rivalry, we're willing to make it personal, it being a rivalry game. And, we're just trying to go out there and get another win for my seniors and finish the season out strong.
You're close with Miles. I mean, he had quite a game on Saturday. What did it mean to kind of see him continue to play at that level, and what are you expected from him these last couple of games?
Seeing him, what he's done this whole season, it's not a surprise to me. I've seen this preparation throughout the off season, going into each games, and that kid's really special. He prepares the right way. He does everything the right way, and to see him go out there and play how he's playing, it's no surprise to me.
Amazing to think. I watched you guys a while ago at the Under Armour All-American game. I mean,
yep.
Has that bond continued and so forth, or what's that been like to play together since then?
Oh, of course. Since the All-American game, we've been real close going, and even when I first got here, he's the one that helped me. I'm pushing myself to be as good and stuff like that, and we're just pushing ourselves to reach each other's full potential. I would say coming up in these next couple of years. We're looking to make something special happen.
What stands out about Tennessee's tempo from what you see on film, and how much does it help that you guys have played a couple teams already this year that are similar, like USF, Mississippi State, and they operate similarly?
What stands out about their tempo is that I would say with their tempo is I would say it's more, they're more together. When they have an explosive play, they like to get back on the ball and stuff like that. So with us, I think the big thing here will be just make sure our communication is good. Make sure we're getting the play in and we're getting set. I don't think they do a lot of fancy stuff with their tempo. When they run tempo, the plays aren't going to be no fancy plays, but what they do good is catch defenses off guard, I would say. So the big thing for us coming into this week is, making sure our team is set, make sure we just have our cleats ready to play.
You also mentioned keeping this roster together for the next coach. Is that something you guys talk about, in your free time?
I would say not really. I would say right now we're really focused on finishing the season. When that stuff comes, it's going to come. But I would say right now the talks is finishing strong for our seniors and winning these next 2 games.
Miles seemed to enjoy the physicality maybe a little more than most.
I would say yes. He's never shied away. Even in practice, it'll be times where coach will try to let other kids get some rest, let him take a load off him, and he would just say no, and he would keep going. So that's why I say like the preparation. I'm seeing the work he's putting in during practice and stuff like that. It's no surprise to me how he's playing.
Just hearing him talk, it sounds like he really enjoys like the mano a mano kind of like, all right, let's see what you got kind of thing.
Yeah.
Does he play that way?
Yeah, he plays hard-nosed football. I think that he's done a great job of showing his toughness. He's never really shied away from contact and stuff like that. So I would say he really is a complete competitor.
Can you touch on the effect of the student section and the night game atmosphere in the Swamp going into a rivalry game like Tennessee?
Yeah, the Swamp is like no other. So just having our fans and stuff there, I think that's gonna play a big factor in the game with momentum and things like that. So when we make a big play, hearing the crowd roar and stuff, and the crowd going crazy, I think that's gonna boost the team up, our morale and stuff like that, and help us go into the next plays.